Hello everyone, and welcome back to the RENSO'n'sYard. This is our champion generator inverter. It's a nice, reliable machine. We use it pretty much all the time to get power in the shop here. But for the last few days it's been running quite terribly. So I did a bit of research, and it seems that there might be something obstructing the carburetor jets, because these models of generator don't have any fuel filter other than the little screen in the filler neck here. So what we're going to do is open it up, inspect the carburetor, and then reinstall it with an aftermarket fuel filter. That'll hopefully keep nice clean flow of fuel going to the engine. We'll start off by opening the back panel here. So you'll just need a large screwdriver. This is also how you get access to the back to change the oil, which is recommended to be done every 100 hours of use. So after the back is removed, you need to remove the corner plates. You just have to give them a good tug, and they pop right out. And then you'll have access to the screws for the end panels. Okay, there's the back panel coming off. And I believe the front one will have to stay there since all the controls are mounted to it. Yeah. But I did detach the fuel tank from the case, so that I should be able to remove. And I'll just rest it on top here. There we go, if it wants to. And if we're adding a fuel filter, we'll have to remove this fuel line. So I'll grab myself a small can to catch the fuel. Or this pan might do. Leaking fuel everywhere. Okay. And while we're at it, I'll also drain the carburetor. So I have to take off the solenoid, and very carefully so it doesn't get damaged. And that's the little spring I'm not supposed to lose. Okay, that's where it goes. Okay. Okay. Yeah, just to stay out of the way. At the back of the carburetor there's another screw. That will holds the needle in place. There, this tiny little plastic piece with the little brass tip. So I grabbed a single strand from a welding cable, and that's what I'm running through the little opening. I also finally managed to drain the carburetor, and there is a little bit of water in there. See? Right here. A clear spot. That's water. Here's the new fuel filter, and we also got a new piece of line. So here's where we're at with the generator. We changed the oil, cleaned out the carburetor, changed the spark plug. Then I partially put it back together to see if it would run any better. And it did run much better, but it was still missing once in a while. So I decided to check the spark plug again. And then I noticed that the cable for the ignition coil wasn't doing too good. So there's a few cracks in it, and the socket inside, well, where the head of the spark plug rests, the contacts on that were damaged, and when I pulled it out, a few bits of copper fell out. So we just decided to go and buy a new one, which we're going to install now. Okay. And now the lead to the spark plug. There you go. And you can also see the aftermarket fuel filter we installed. And we also used a longer piece of hose, so now I can keep the fuel tank connected if I have to work on the inside here. So I'll put the fuel tank back into place, and we'll try to make it run to see if it runs perfectly, and if so, we'll put all the panels back on. Okay, so it runs pretty good under partial load and full load, but it seems like there's still a bit something at idle. Maybe it's just because it's cold outside and it'll smooth out over time. But I guess I'll put it back together, and if it gets better, good, and if it doesn't, well, maybe there's still something we can fix. There we go. Another job well done. As usual, I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching.